Welcome back from the break. Most of you will spend a lot of time in your lives thinking about technology and practicing various forms of technological practice. But maybe you will spend a lot of time by yourself. Now, when you're involved in technology, in hacking of various forms, it is always important to share your knowledge, and it is always important to have people to talk about what you're doing and to be able to ask questions. And there are various forms of doing that. Of course, you can use electronic communication methods. But one very important part of sharing and one important context where sharing can take place are so-called hackerspaces. And we have assembled a very interesting panel today of representatives of 3 different hackerspaces who are going to tell you about their experiences and experiences of hackerspaces around the world. Give them a warm welcome.
Hello and welcome to the Hackerspaces panel. In the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk about different hackerspaces in Europe. Hackerspaces are physical places run by hackers for hackers that are focalization points and project spaces for the local scene. Originally, we wanted to talk about hackerspaces around the world, give a broad overview, but we noticed there are many different flavors and many different kinds of hackerspaces. And we thought it's easier if we just start and talk about what we know. So we have people from 3 different hackerspaces here, which are already very different, despite being similar in many ways too. And we are going to first introduce those 3 places, and then we are going to have a discussion about various issues surrounding starting hackerspace and running hackerspaces. So to start with the introduction, there are Bruder and T from the Seabase in Berlin. There is Jens from Netzladen in Bonn, and I'm Paul from MetaLab in Vienna. And first, T and Bruder are going to tell something about the Seabase in Berlin.
So, most time when people ask me about what is the Seabase, I give the answer, the Seabase is a crashed space station under Berlin. Because this is a myth which covers the whole thing about Seabase. But here I will go a bit more behind the curtains to show you how the Seabase is organized and how it works. So a brief overview over the history of the Seabase. It was founded in 1995 by 15 to 20 people, which had together a kitchen in a living space where they often made parties and transferred the whole kitchen into a space kitchen. So they installed different blinking lights and some monitors, or one monitor with a computer on it, and it was simulating a space kitchen, and there were a lot of parties going on. So once in 1995 they decided to rent a space to make more of this idea to create a high technology space with a lot of science fiction flavor, and they rented 500 meters, no, 2,000 meters from here in Oranienburger Straße, a space, and started with the model of membership. So every one of them was a member of a club or a foundation by paying something like 30 Deutschmarks, so it's according to 15 euro, I think. And that was the way they paid the initial costs, but they also started to have some offices in it, so 3 of them had an office in there, and then they started to make parties, exhibitions, and the organizational structure for the Seabase, which is now existing since 11 years, was created in this atmosphere, and it has not a lot changed in the last years, which is an interesting point. We should later come again to this. The initial structure was, there was a gremium called Circle, consisting of 7 to 10 members, and they had a meeting every 2 weeks where they discuss all the important things and made decisions, and also the whole coordination about this place was made in this Circle meeting, which was from a view to the history, a really good structure for a group of this 20 and later 40 to 50 active people there. And then there was also something called Vorstand, which has done the administrative part, so dealing with money, making the rent contracts, but they're not really they not really made decisions, but they had always a veto to it. So from the law perspective, they were the people who were in responsibility for everything, and also for the location inner, for not making decisions, also for making decisions, but for maintaining the whole room, there was another group. It was called the group of key members. So these people which had a key, they had also the responsibility to that the room is clean, that if someone is ringing, opening the door, and yeah. So this was how it was organized. Then in 2001, at this place, we had some problems with. It was close to Hackescher Markt, so the rents grow really fast, and we had to pay 3 times the rent than before, and also it was everything new in the surrounding, so we were looking for a new place, and we found a place on the other side of the Alexanderplatz, so to speak, close to the Jannowitzbrücke. There we moved in first time in 2001, and we had some sponsoring, so to speak. There was a big company called VBB, which is an initiative of all the transport companies around Berlin and Brandenburg. They want to make a birthday party. So for that, they gave us some money to rebuild the interior and do furniture and everything. So that was the first time we moved into the RS20. And then in 2002, there come the opportunity or the possibility to own the house by founding a cooperation. So we founded a cooperation with all the members in that house, which up to 30 people, and we took a credit and owned the house. So now we're owning it, but we still pay rent because we have to put back the credits. So when we did that, we did a complete reconstruction of the house. So we planned our new rooms, including all the modules we're using now, and we go to a temporary space. And when we came back to the RS20, that was in 2003. There was not. It was not only a new location; it was also a lot new people, and also a different kind of a space. Then, so it gets a more older on a more older stage. So, and from this time period, Bruder can tell us some parts about how it is now.
All right, yeah, so now it's basically, we have these groups of people, like in the circle, where people are making the decisions, like dealing with the everyday matters of living on a space station. Then we have a core crew, which consists of the members that are like actively involved in the Seabase reconstruction project. So to say, the people that are like there every day. We are holding seminars, you can visit lectures, we have weekly events going on, like on Mondays we have a 3D roundtable, so to say, and people from the 3D community come to the Seabase and meet there and exchange techniques and whatever, show each other what they're doing. On Tuesdays we have a Cosmic Open Stage, where people, musicians and artists can enter the Seabase and play live music, make jams or whatever together. On Wednesdays we have the Freifunk community, which is the wireless over airwaves, you know, a free, like the OSR protocol. Maybe some of you have heard of it. They're meeting there every Wednesday and, you know, exchanging experiences and building the network, making it bigger, getting new people in and developing the software and everything, stuff like that. On Thursday we have Lounge, and people come and play Go. It's a Japanese game. And Asian, yeah, okay. It's not only Japanese. And then on the weekends, basically, we organize parties, or we rent out the Seabase rooms for people who want to organize concerts or whatever. So basically, the Seabase has 200 members right now, and we're becoming more and more every month, which is pretty cool, because I think networking and people getting together on a regular basis every day, like sharing spaces and organizing the space, paying for everything by themselves, so the Seabase doesn't get any money from the government or from any other organization. So basically what we're doing is we hang out, we exchange experiences, we develop new theories and put them into praxis. We work on all sorts of different projects, like distributing free culture via CopyCan or LibAVG or stuff like that. So that might be enough for now for the presentation of the Seabase, and we go over to MetaLab, I guess.
Next is, next I'm going to give introduction on the MetaLab. The MetaLab is the youngest project of the three projects we are talking about today. We just started this year in April, and basically it all started with wishful thinking in 2002, or for some people even before that. It's really hard to say which people first had the idea. I guess it's been around at least since the 90s. That people wished to have a hackerspace in Vienna, in Austria. And so people were thinking about, and they looked at things like in Berlin, there's the Congress, there's the Seabase, and in Bonn there's Netzladen, which Jens will talk about later, and then in Amsterdam you have ASCII, and in Zagreb you have MAMA, and many, many more, and many of them which we don't know yet. I hear there are things in Spain, there are things in Italy, and we don't have the contacts to those people even. So, but we wanted something like this in Vienna. And we didn't know where. There were some spaces somehow in this direction, but they were not really community run, so we decided, well, we got to do something. We got to learn how is this working in Berlin, why is it working so well here, and we invited the Seabase to Vienna in 2004. To give a talk on the Seabase there, and they just told us back then, oh, just squat the building we are in right now, and just do something. It's really easy.